Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. So we're continuing with the July builds, and the way I left you was we were getting ready to temper the blades, which I just did. So these now have completed 2 cycles of 350 degrees. So let's go ahead and take them out and have a look at what they look like. We have, just to remind you, we have the spike, we have another spike, we have a bloom, and finally the pedal. So we have the 2 spikes, a bloom, and a pedal that have all been tempered. Oh, and the secret build, but it's a secret, so I can't really share that with you. So everything, let's see, everything's looking pretty good. Based on what I saw, everything was straight. Everything's nice and straight, looking really good. So the next step on these guys is I got to get all of that forge scale off. I think that Q-tip was throwing everything off. So I got to get all this forge scale off and get everything cleaned up. So I got to do that on all of them. But let's take a look at the spikes. So that looks pretty good. Not bent, not anything. Look at that. It's pretty good. And the other one, I was a little concerned about one of them, and I don't even know which one it is anymore because they're both nice and straight. Excellent. So let's go get these guys cleaned up. What do you say? I think it's time. All right, guys, so I got all of them nice and hand sanded, cleaned up, even the secret project. So everything's well, almost everything is looking really good. The spikes, or at least one of them, is looking good, but you know, I don't know. It's been fighting me this whole time, and unfortunately we had a little malfunction. So I've reached out to one of the people that have asked me to do a spike. The only thing I can do with this is to try to reprofile that tip a little bit, which means the spike gets a little bit shorter. So if I can grind this down to like there and reprofile this a little bit, it's not going to take away anything. It's still going to look the same. It'll just be a little shorter. So if I cut it off like right there, slowly grind it down, then everything should be fine. But that person has to be okay with it. If not, then I'm going to have to restart this all over. I'm going to reprofile it anyway because, you know, I got to try to save my work so far. And if I reprofile it and it works out fine, then I can finish it up and maybe just sell it on the side instead of on the books. So we're gonna see what they say.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna reprofile it. And I know my wife is like, you need to walk away at this point, but I can't. The ADD brain is telling me I have to fix it, like right now. But I need to walk away. I'm gonna take her advice. I'm gonna walk away. Then I'm gonna come back and figure out what I want to do. All right, guys. So beyond my better judgment, I went ahead and did it. Can you tell which one I did? Yeah. I think it's a good fix. I've reached out to both people who asked for a spike to see their thoughts, and at this point I'm going to let them pick which one they want. So this is the one with the broken tip. It has a slight curve here instead of it being straight, but to be honest, I don't think it makes that big a difference. It's just that much shorter in the blade, which is really not a whole lot. It's just a tad bit shorter, and just has a slight curve up here. I still think it looks awesome. I still think it's gonna look good. It just looks a little bit different. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it came out pretty good. We'll see what those two people say. I might be like, hey, pick one, bottom or top, and see if they pick something different. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna put the maker's mark on these guys and the other ones anyway. If neither of them pick this one and neither of them are happy with that, I guess I'll just make another one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Okay, well, all is taken care of. Both people picked their spike. Both people are going to be happy with how it looks and how it turned out. So the next step with this is I need to do the maker's mark. So I'll be doing the maker's mark on all 4 of these, plus the special, the secret build, which is looking good. So I just need to start doing maker's marks on all of these. So I'm gonna one by one do the maker's marks, run out, give it a little polish. I haven't polished any of these up. I've just done the hand sanding. So I'm gonna do a little bit of polishing work on all of these just to get them to the next step. But once the maker's mark is on all of these, and I'm happy with how these blade finishes turned out, which they have turned out pretty darn good. Just a little bit of tweaking on that just to get rid of some of the little itsy bitsy things that I see that are kind of annoying. But we're gonna get that done, and then we can get on to talking about handles already. Wow. So July is going very quick and things are looking really, really good. So let me get started on the maker's marks on these guys, and then we can start talking handles. Wow, already starting to talk handles. But yeah, still a little bit of hand sanding once the maker's marks get on here that I would like to do. And I need to stop talking and stop looking at these, finding things that are wrong with them that I need to fix. All right, better get going. All right, well, I got them all marked up now. They all have the maker's mark on them. They're all looking really, really good. I gave them a little bit of a polish up, so they look really nice. And now, guess what? It's time to say goodbye to all the blades, because I'll show you guys all of them. It'll look pretty good. The person that wanted this one wanted me to number it, and this is going to be number 3, because that's number 2, so this is number 3. So not normally something I do, because I don't honestly keep track of that, and it's a little too hard for me to do that. I don't number every blade just because it's just, I have no idea how many blooms or petals I've made. It's been a lot. But everybody looks good here. Everybody's really thin, so I'm really excited about getting these guys finished up. So the update for you guys, the pedal. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. The pedal, just a reminder, is gonna get this Kieranite. This I forgot what it was called, like aquamarine or something, pearl Kieranite. So it's gonna get that. So I picked out this part of it. That's gonna look pretty awesome. So that pedal is gonna get that. The spike number 2 is gonna get this Jumajum, and I liked all the movement in this area of that material, so that's gonna look pretty cool on this blade. So that one's getting the Jumajum. This one is getting all blacked out with the black linen micarta, like I did with the first spike. So I'm gonna do the same thing with that, except it's gonna get black pins, black, it's gonna be completely blacked out. So black liners, black pins, black everything. So it's gonna have the black linen, it's gonna look pretty cool. And this one is getting a special material which hasn't even come in yet. So I'm hoping it comes in today or tomorrow, because I would like to get started on the handle sometime soon, but I'll show you guys that when it comes in. It's kind of a special material that I've actually never worked with before, so it should be interesting. So anyway, that is what I got. So now it's time that I need to tape up all the blades and start cutting up all the handle material. But that will be on the next one, guys. All right, so you guys are amazing. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys appreciate the journey. You guys always say you do, but when you have issues like this one and then you're able to correct it, it does help. And you guys are very supportive. So I thank you very much. Again, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.